Hello, English learners, and welcome to another great podcast with English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we have another really great lesson for you, elementary lesson.
That's right, and it's another lesson about money.
We have no money here at English Pod. We are in debt here.
In debt.
Yes.
Okay,
In debt. So what does that mean? Why don't you tell us?
If I owe you money, I'm in debt.
In debt.
In
Yes.
fact, I think I am in debt to you.
You owe me $2.50 for a Coke Zero today.
That's true.
All right. Okay, so let's get started. Let's take a look at our vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
We have 2 words today in our vocabulary preview, and the first one is recession.
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 So, recession. Everyone's talking about it right now, and what does it mean?
I don't know. That's your job. I don't know. I really don't know. Why don't you tell me, Erica? Because this isn't my topic for today.
Okay. Recession is a period of time when the economy of a country is doing badly.
In a recession, the country is making less money.
That's true. So maybe we can give a few examples of things that happen in a recession to show the meaning of this a little bit better.
Right. So, for example, in a recession, many people lose their jobs.
Because companies might close or go bankrupt.
Exactly. And also, people start spending less money.
That's true. And the stock prices of companies fall pretty
fall.
Yeah, they fall a lot, hey?
Yeah. And that's what's going on now in the United States.
Very true.
Okay, so let's take a look at our second word, and it has to do with recession. It's broke.
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 I'm broke.
Broke, it means that you have no money. You're broke.
I'm broke.
Right, so these are our 2 words for vocabulary preview today, and you're going to hear them in the dialogue.
This dialogue is about a man who is in debt. He's broke. Let's find out what happens.
Hello, I'm here to see Mr. Corleone. Right this way, sir. Charlie, what can I do for you? Mr. Corleone, I'm really sorry to trouble you, but I need your help. Anything for you, Charlie. Your father was like a brother to me. Well, sir, you see, this recession has hit me pretty hard. I lost my job and I'm in a lot of debt. I see. Yeah, you know, I've got credit card bills, car payments, I've got to pay my mortgage, and on top of all that, I have to pay my son's college tuition. So you're asking for a loan? Well, I just thought maybe you could help me out. What? At a time like this? I'm broke too, you know. You're not the only one who's been hit by the recession. I lost half my money in the stock market crash. Go on, get...
Okay, so that was a bit unexpected.
Yeah, that was certainly strange. He didn't go to the bank to ask for money, did he?
No, he went to the mob, and the mob is broke.
Oh no, you know it's a bad recession when even the mob runs out of money.
All right, so why don't we start by looking at our language takeaway?
Language takeaway.
All right, so for today's language takeaway, we have 4 words from the dialogue, which we think are really important.
Yes. So why don't we start with the first one? Loan.
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 So Erica, tell us about a loan. What is a loan?
Okay, when you borrow money, you get a loan.
A loan, yes. Not to be confused with alone, like by myself.
No, so this is L-O-A-N.
Loan.
Right.
Okay, great. Let's take a look at our second word, mortgage.
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 Now, this is very common. I'm sure many of you have mortgages. What is a mortgage?
A mortgage is a type of a loan. Basically, it's a loan that helps you to buy a house.
A house or a property.
Yeah. So this is a funny word. I mean, there's this strange mortgage with a T.
Yeah, it has a T in it, but you don't pronounce it. You say mortgage. Mortgage.
So not mortgage.
Not mortgage.
Mortgage.
Mortgage. Yeah. I had trouble spelling that one for this lesson, so I learned it well now.
Okay. Let's move to our third word today.
Hit me pretty hard.
Hit me pretty hard.
Hit me pretty hard.
Hit me pretty hard. I think we have some examples that will help us understand this phrase.
Example 1.
My divorce hit me pretty hard. I'm so depressed.
Example 2. This cold has hit me pretty hard. I've been in bed for a week. Example 3.
The news of Fluffy's death hit me pretty hard. I've been crying for days.
Okay, so that's a lot clearer.
Yeah.
Great. Why don't we take a look at our last word for language takeaway?
Tuition.
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 So this is the money you have to pay to your school so that you can study there.
Right. Usually it's in college, right, or university.
Yeah, but sometimes in some countries you have to pay tuition for public school.
Okay, great. So it's time to listen to our dialogue again, and it's going to be slower so we can listen to all the words that we just talked about.
Hello, I'm here to see Mr. Corleone.
Right this way, sir. Charlie, what can I do for you?
Mr. Corleone, I'm really sorry to trouble you, but I need your help.
Anything for you, Charlie. Your father was like a brother to me.
Well, sir, you see, this recession has hit me pretty hard. I lost my job, and I'm in a lot of debt.
I see.
Yeah, you know, I've got credit card bills, car payments. I've got to pay my mortgage, and on top of all that, I have to pay my son's college tuition.
So you're asking for a loan?
Well, I just thought maybe you could help me out.
What? At a time like this? I'm broke too, you know. You're not the only one who has been hit by the recession. I lost half my money in the stock market crash. Go on, get out of here.
Okay, so I think a lot of the key language we just talked about is a lot more clear now. But you know, I also noticed some really interesting phrases in this dialogue.
Yes, I did too. So let's start with Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder is a tool that we use to help you sound more native.
Right, so you can sound more natural when you're speaking.
So we take a really common phrase and we show you some great natural ways of expressing that same idea.
Exactly, and today we have 3 of these examples. Let's start with the first one.
So this phrase we use when we want to ask somebody, "Can I help you?"
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
Yeah, that sounds really, really polite and really natural.
Right, so instead of saying, can I help you, or, I don't know, what do you need? We can just say, what can I do for you?
Exactly.
Great.
So let's move to our second phrase. This phrase we use when we need something, when we want to say, I'm sorry to bother you.
Or, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay, let's listen.
I'm really sorry to trouble you. I'm really sorry to trouble you.
I'm sorry to trouble you. This phrase might be a little bit more difficult to understand how it's used, but we've got some examples.
Yes, so let's listen.
Example 1.
Can I trouble you for a moment? I just need you to sign this form for me.
Example 2. I'm sorry to trouble you, but may I go home early today? Example 3.
Can I trouble you for a pen? Mine is not working anymore.
Okay, so now let's take a look at our last phrase for Fluency Builder. On top of all that.
On top of all that.
On top of all that.
This is a really useful phrase. Marco, how would you use it?
Well, for example, today I lost my job,
Oh no.
my car got stolen,
Oh my God.
and on top of all that, my girlfriend broke up with me.
That was a terrible day.
It was. But don't worry, you can use this phrase also in a positive way.
That's true. You could say, so today was a really great day. It was my birthday and all my friends came to visit me, and on top of all that, I got a million presents.
That is a great day. So you can use on top of all that in this way.
It's like, and also.
And also, yeah.
Yeah, so on top of all that.
So we are ready to listen to our dialogue a third time. We can hear all the words that we just talked about and all the phrases, and you'll definitely be able to understand a lot better now.
Hello, I'm here to see Mr. Corleone. Right this way, sir. Johnny, what can I do for you? Mr. Corleone, I'm really sorry to trouble you, but I need your help. Anything for you, Johnny. Your father was like a brother to me. Well, sir, you see, this recession has hit me pretty hard. I lost my job and I'm in a lot of debt. I see. Yeah, you know, I've got credit card bills, car payments, I've got to pay my mortgage, and on top of all that, I have to pay my son's college tuition. So you're asking for a loan? Well, I just thought maybe you could help me out. What? At a time like this? I'm broke too, you know. You're not the only one who's been hit by the recession. I lost half my money in the stock market crash. Go on!
Today's dialogue was all about being in debt, right?
Yes.
And different people have different attitudes or different viewpoints on being in debt.
Yes, that's true. For example, in North America and in Canada, it's a really common thing.
Yeah, it's actually almost good to be in debt.
It's more than good, it's necessary to be in debt.
That's right. Unless you have a history of being in debt and regularly paying off your debts, you can't actually borrow money. You can't get a mortgage. You can't get a car loan so you can buy a new car.
Right, that's called a credit history. So you must have a good credit history in order to be able to, like you say, buy a car or buy a house.
Yeah, and you know, the funny thing is, when I was in university, maybe I was 18 years old, the first thing that happened at university was, you know, banks came to our university and started offering you credit cards. So you can get a credit card when you're 18, no problem.
And not only do they offer you credit cards, they give you like free gifts if you sign up for a credit card.
I know, they really want you to have a credit card.
Of course, they want you to spend more money. That's the trick.
Yeah, but you know what? It's totally different. In Europe, for example, I used to live in Switzerland, and they're really careful with debt. Like, it's a bad thing to be in debt.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's bad to be in debt, definitely.
For example, if I want to have a credit card in Switzerland, and let's say I want to have a limit of 500 francs that I can spend every month, I need to put in my bank account 700 francs before I can even spend that credit card money. So it's totally opposite from North America.
Well, yeah, I mean, in North America, it's crazy the way that people are in debt, and it's showing now with the recession, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So everyone, be sure to handle your money carefully. Don't be in debt unless you really, really have to.
Good financial advice from English Pod.
English Pod Financial Advising Service.
What is money? Money is something we use every day. People use money to buy things like food, clothes, and toys. We also use money to pay for services, such as taking a taxi or getting a haircut. Money is not just coins and paper. Today, many people use cards or phones to pay. But no matter how we use it, money helps us get the things we need and want. A long time ago, people did not use money. They traded things. For example, someone with eggs might trade them for bread. But this was not always easy. Money made it easier to buy and sell. Now, people can use money to save, to shop, or to give to others. Money is important in every country. Each country has its own kind of money. In the United States, people use dollars. In Europe, people use euros. In Japan, people use yen. Even though money looks different in each place, it has the same job. It helps people get what they need in daily life. Learning about money is useful. When we travel, shop, or work, we often use money. By understanding how money works and how to talk about it in English, we can be ready for real-life situations. How do people get money? People need money to live. They need it to buy food, clothes, pay for a place to live, and do many other things. But where does money come from? How do people get it? There are different ways that people can get money, and these ways can depend on who they are, where they live, and what they do. One of the most common ways to get money is by working. People have jobs, and they get money in return for their work. Some people work in shops, some in schools, some in hospitals, and some in offices. A teacher helps students learn and gets money for that work. A bus driver drives people from place to place and gets paid. A doctor helps sick people and earns money for helping. Every job is different, but many jobs help people earn money. Some people work for a company. This means they go to work every day, and the company gives them money each week or each month. This money is called a salary or wages. Other people do not work for a company. They work for themselves. These people are called self-employed. For example, a person who sells fruit in the market may be self-employed. They do not have a boss. They sell their fruit and keep the money they make. Children and students usually do not have full-time jobs, but sometimes they get money too. They might help their parents with small tasks and get some money as a reward. This money is often called pocket money or allowance. Some students work part-time after school. They might work in a cafe, a shop, or help with deliveries. This part-time job gives them extra money for things they want or need. Sometimes people receive money as a gift. On birthdays or special days, family members or friends may give money instead of presents. Some people also receive money from the government. For example, if a person is too old or too sick to work, the government might give them money to help them live. This is called financial support or benefits. There are also people who get money in other ways. Some people sell things they don't need. For example, they might sell old clothes, books, or furniture. They can sell these things online or in a market. Some people also get money by renting out a room or a house. If someone has extra space, they can let another person live there and pay rent. Another way people get money is by creating or making something. An artist may paint pictures and sell them. A musician may write songs and earn money when people listen to or buy their music. A person who writes books can get paid when people buy the book. These are creative ways to earn money, and they can be very rewarding. Getting money is a part of life. Everyone needs money for different things. But it is also important to understand that getting money often takes time and effort. Some people work very hard but still have little money. Others may have a lot. It is not always the same for everyone. What is most important is to learn how to get money in honest and smart ways. Understanding how people get money helps us think about jobs, work, and the value of time and effort. When we understand this in English, we can talk more clearly about what we do, how we live, and what we want to do in the future. How do people use money in daily life? Money is not just something we get. It is also something we use. Every day, people use money to live, to do things, and to take care of themselves and their families. Using money is a part of normal life, no matter where a person lives. Some people use money many times each day, while others use it only when they really need something. But in the end, everyone uses money for many different reasons. One of the most common ways people use money is to buy food. People go to the supermarket or small shops and pay for things like bread, rice, milk, meat, vegetables, and fruit. Some people cook at home, so they buy ingredients. Others eat outside, so they use money to pay at restaurants or cafes. Food is something we all need, and money helps us get it. People also use money to pay for their homes. This can be rent if they live in a house or apartment that belongs to someone else. Each month, they give money to the owner so they can live there. If someone owns their home, they might still have to pay for things like electricity, water, and gas. These are called bills. Paying bills is very important because we need lights, heat, and water in our homes. Without paying these bills, people may not be able to use these services. Another way people use money is for transportation. Some people take the bus, train, or subway. They need to buy a ticket or use a travel card. Others use money for gasoline if they drive a car. Even bicycles sometimes need repairs, and that can cost money too. Getting from one place to another is part of daily life, and money helps make that possible. People also use money for clothes. Clothes help us stay warm, feel comfortable, and look nice. Some people buy clothes for work, for school, or for special events. Shoes, jackets, uniforms, and bags all cost money. Some people shop in big stores, others go to small markets or secondhand shops. No matter where they buy, people use money to get what they need to wear. Money is also used for health. When someone is sick, they may need to see a doctor, buy medicine, or go to the hospital. In some countries, people have to pay for these things themselves. In other places, the government helps with the cost. Still, healthcare often needs money, and it is something many people think about when planning how they spend. Another way people use money is for communication. We use phones to talk and send messages. We use the internet to work, study, and watch videos. All of these things cost money. People pay for mobile phone service and internet at home or in cafes. Today, communication is very important, and people use money to stay connected. Some people use money for education. They might buy books, pay for school, or take classes. Parents often use money to help their children go to school. Some adults also spend money to learn new things, like English, computer skills, or music. Learning can help people get better jobs or live better lives, so using money for education is a smart choice. Entertainment is another area where people spend money. People like to watch movies, go to concerts, play games, or visit fun places like zoos and amusement parks. These activities can make life more enjoyable. People also spend money on hobbies like painting, sports, or cooking. Entertainment is not always necessary, but it helps people relax and feel happy. People also use money to help others. Sometimes, they give money to family members, friends, or people who are in need. They may give to charities or to someone who lost their job. Helping others with money is a kind and generous thing to do. It shows that money is not only for ourselves, but can also make life better for others. Lastly, people use money to save. Not all money needs to be spent right away. Some people put money in the bank or keep it in a safe place. This is called saving. Saving helps in the future, especially when there is an emergency or a special goal like buying a house or going on a trip. Saving money is not always easy, but it is important. Using money is a big part of life. We use money in small ways and big ways. By learning how people use money every day, we understand more about choices, needs, and responsibilities. When we talk about these things in English, we can share our ideas, ask questions, and live more confidently in the world around us. Saving and spending, what's the difference and why do they matter? Every person who has money needs to make a choice. This choice is between spending money and saving it. These two actions are very different, but both are important. Learning how and when to spend, and how and when to save, is a big part of understanding how money works in real life. It is also something that many people learn slowly through experience. When we talk about these ideas in English, we can describe what we do with our money and why we do it. This helps us make better decisions and talk about everyday life more clearly. Spending money means using money to buy something or to pay for a service. Every day, people spend money. They pay for things like food, drinks, bus tickets, clothes, and other daily needs. Spending money is a normal part of life. It helps people get the things they need and enjoy their lives. Sometimes people spend money on something big, like a phone, a computer, or a vacation. Sometimes they spend it on small things like snacks or a cup of coffee. Spending money is not bad, it is necessary. But it is important to think carefully before spending, so the money is not wasted. Sometimes people spend money without thinking. They see something they like and buy it quickly. This is called an impulse buy. It can feel good for a short time, but later the person might feel regret. Maybe they did not really need that item, or maybe they needed the money for something more important. That is why it is a good idea to ask, do I need this, or can I wait, before buying something? Good spending means choosing wisely and planning ahead. On the other hand, saving money means not spending all the money you have. Instead, you keep some of it for later. People save money for different reasons. Some save for a big goal, like going to school, buying a car, or starting a business. Others save for emergencies, such as getting sick, losing a job, or fixing something broken in the home. When people save money, they are thinking about the future. They are preparing for something that might happen, or for something they want to happen. Saving is not always easy. Many people want to save, but they also have many things to pay for. Rent, food, clothes, and other daily costs can use up most of their money. Still, even saving a small amount is a good habit. For example, saving a little each week or each month can grow into something helpful over time. Some people keep money in a special place at home. Others use a bank, which keeps the money safe and sometimes adds extra money, called interest. There are different ways to help with saving and spending. One way is to make a budget. A budget is a plan. It shows how much money a person gets and how much they need to spend. It also shows how much they can save. A budget helps people see where their money goes. For example, if someone sees they are spending a lot on coffee every day, they might choose to make coffee at home and save the extra money. A budget gives people more control over their money. Another way to save money is to think before buying. When someone wants to buy something, they can ask, is this a need or a want? A need is something important for life, like food or a place to live. A want is something that is nice, but not necessary, like a new toy, a fancy phone case, or eating at a restaurant. Sometimes it is okay to spend on wants, but not all the time. Knowing the difference helps people save more. Saving and spending are not opposites. They work together. Some money must be spent to live, and some money should be saved for later. If someone only saves and never spends, they may miss out on good experiences. If someone spends everything and never saves, they may face problems in the future. The key is balance. A good life includes both careful spending and smart saving. Talking about saving and spending in English helps learners share their goals, make plans, and understand others. They can say things like, I'm saving for a new bike, or I try not to spend too much on clothes. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. See you next time.